Do I have cognitive dissonance? And it's been interesting to peruse that. I wanted to make the unconscious conscious, and I have been able to look back and see how I had blocks that stopped me from being conscious until I discovered the unconsciousness. Now, how can I tell whether or not I have cognitive dissonance if I'm in conversation with somebody or if it's them? And what I find is that I have a true gift of being able to bring people to their scotoma, to their blind spots, and help them discover what they're unconscious of. And how I make sure is for myself, because that's the only thing that I can guarantee is my own openness to consciousness, not trying to get other people. And that's what I've found, that even if I can find it in somebody else, it's not, they may not want to actually figure it out for themselves, or they're not ready to figure it out for themselves. So how do I know? Well, because when you get into a conversation and you find somebody's cognitive dissonance and they're not ready, they will go into a defensive mode. And that's when you know. Defense is needing to defend a point of view. And the only point of view that you need to defend are things that you believe in, that you want to be true, or things that that don't fit the identity that you've created for yourself. And as I watch other people struggle with trying to look at something, I just look at myself and feel inside, am I staying curious? Am I open to a discussion? And that's the only thing that I can do. And that's how I know that I'm not the one that is struggling to see some other unconscious piece of the world, is as long as I remain curious. Because the thing is that's the interesting thing and I tell everybody that I work with, or that I have friends with, that want to have these conversations, is I'm never going to ask anybody to believe anything to be true. It's about just being able to look at it as if it's a possibility of an outcome. And that's the interesting thing about the subjective is can you just hold something? Can you hold a truth that you think is true, but then look to see if, look at the other points of view? And that's all consciousness is. It isn't about trying to believe in something. It's about being able to see everything and then to find in the moment what is the most truth. And it's not that every point of view is right or wrong. And that's the thing about Paradigm A, is it will say, we don't even want to bring this into the light. We just want this to be the truth. But you can't look at these other things. And in Paradigm B, you can look at everything. And what I have found, when life is the gift of experiencing you, what I tend to move towards, it seems that I tend to move towards the most beautiful points of view. And that's all it is. And it really is that simple. Making the unconscious conscious. And being able to see every point of view and then choosing the best. And I've found is if people can find they get their psychology connected to themselves and calibrated to themselves instead of all the collective agreements that are out there, that's what's going to have to happen, because you are going to regulate your psychology according to your sensations and how you feel about things, and you'll regulate it by your conscience. And then because in order to be happy, the life is the gift of experiencing you. You can't be in opposition of everybody else. Like, you have to be okay with other people's experiences and their points of view. And so that is true happiness. That is balanced and calibrated happiness. This isn't about the egotistical narcissist who goes out and railroads over everybody. And that's the ridiculous psychology of paradigm A, is playing the games of, codependents giving away their power in order to find happiness, and narcissists taking power in order to find happiness. In paradigm B, it's about calibrating yourself to yourself so the outside world can be whatever it is, and accepting other people to be what they are, and to be okay with that, and then move forward. And it seems that I move forward from that point of view as the gift of being me and expanding, is that I will move forward with the most beautiful beliefs in every moment. And I'm not going to I don't need to pre-digest what I believe, because my beliefs come with me into the moment, and they are expanded and built upon.